Are you tired of only using root riders and dragons, but you can't find another army that's as consistent? Well, if so, I've got good news for you because in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you how to play Super Hogs, and I promise you they are just as powerful as root riders and dragons, if not even more powerful once you understand the mechanics behind it. And I'm going to be explaining everything, all the small details in this video, so stay tuned. My name is Gavin, and welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. Feel free to subscribe and click the bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. Let's get straight into the video now. First of all, before I even get into the actual video, I gotta clear something up, is that there are many different variations of Super Hog armies, and lots of variations can work. You can be very creative with the army overall. I am just only going over this specific version, with the Haste Vial on the RC, and Life Gem and Healing Tome on the Warden. There's many different options you can use, but yes, I'm only going over this option because I use it in Legend League all the time, very experienced with it, and it's my personal favorite version of the army. Now, yeah, let's get into the actual video. Anyways, there are three main phases to this attack strategy. The first phase being the RC charge, second phase being the king and queen portion with the log launcher, and then the third phase being the actual hog. So I'm going to be breaking down this video into three main segments, each giving an in-depth analysis of these three phases. So yeah, let's dive into the first phase of the attack, the RC charge. Okay, guys, so the very first thing you need to understand with this army is how to properly use the Haste Vial. I see so many people when they're first trying to learn my Super Hog army, or they're just trying to learn the Haste Vial in general, they don't know how to use it, and it's very obvious to someone who does know how to use it. And I'm going to explain to you all real quickly how to use it, what I'm looking for, all the good stuff. So the first thing you need to understand is when you're using the Haste Vial, you can't go for a small value RC charge. Like you couldn't just like send the RC in this compartment, for example, where there's like not much of high value. You can't just do that to set a funnel. You have to go for high value. You have to take down a very toxic area of the base. Like one of these rage towers is perfect. This is a lot of high value. It's something that would really harm the rest of your army if you don't take it out with your RC charge. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Typically, a spell tower is the perfect spot to pop the actual haste, the ability, just because, yeah, it's guaranteed there's going to be a bunch of high HP defenses nearby. This is how the spell towers work. You stack a bunch of defenses nearby them in the spell tower radius. Yeah, that's how they work. So you're basically the priority list for me. The number one thing that I'm looking for is spell towers. I want to take down one of them with my RC charge. That's number one. Also, the Monolith and Multi-Inferno towers are nice to look out for too, but spell towers are the number one priority on most bases. Just remember that. You have to know when to pick up your RC also. This is quite important. I see a lot of people playing greedy or playing a little bit too safe. You got to find the right mix in between where you're playing risky, but you're also not playing stupid. Like if your RC is in red, her health bar is red, and there's a bunch of like defenses that deal a bunch of damage nearby, you got to pick her up. You can't. That's very risky to keep her around there. But yeah, if you haven't gotten the value you're looking for yet, then keep her alive. You need to get the value you're looking for. Also, generally try to avoid sending RC into the town hall, just because every time your invis spell wears off, the fox is going to take some damage, and it's really annoying. It's just not worth it, and usually it's not that high of value, the actual town hall, unless there's a bunch of defenses nearby it. But yeah, typically you want to go into one of the spell towers. Don't worry about the town hall. And one more thing I have to say is double cycling. You have to know when to double or single cycle. This is so important with the Haste Vial and just with RC charges in general. You got to know when's the right time to double cycle or single cycle. And what I mean by a single cycle is when you place an invis spell at every 6-second mark on the battle clock. So 2 minutes 56, 2 minutes 46, 2 minutes 36, 2 minutes 26, you get the idea. And then a double cycle is when you're playing safer and you're going to place an invis spell at every 7-second mark and every 3-second mark. So 2 minutes 57, 2 minutes 53, 2 minutes 47, 2 minutes 43. That's just safer because when you're single cycling, there's a small window where your Fox and RC are going to take some damage for about half a second. So yeah, it's a little bit risky. And if you double cycle, they'll be invisible the whole time and they won't take any damage. It is worth it to double cycle and use 2 spells just to make sure you get another cycle off of your Fox. And one last thing I have to talk about before we get into the actual replays of some nice RC charges is you got to know how to predict bait. And by bait, I mean a lot of bombs or the tornado trap stacked really closely together that can totally kill your RC or Fox. This is basically how people defend in Upper Legend League is you trap the RC. You put a really nice trap that basically kills or makes the RC not get a lot of value. That's basically the only way I fail also, is if I get baited. That's what you call it when your RC takes a bunch of damage from a bunch of bombs. Okay, guys, I want to show you guys one example of a really, really nice bait where this guy baited me, and I want to show you how you can kind of see that the bait would be there. So looking at this base, the two flanks are by the two sides with the bomb towers, this compartment and this compartment. Notice how the multi-gear cannon, the multi-gear cannon's on this side, and the dark elixir storage is on this side of the monolith, meaning that this multi-gear cannon side is just way more value to go for with your RC charge, because you're going to take down the multi-gear cannon instead of a dark elixir storage. So this is kind of encouraging people to start their RC over here into the Gigabomb side. And this is a really, really nice bait because not only does it encourage you to start here because there's more value, it also kind of forces you to go there. You'll see, I'm going to throw on I'm going to play the video right here. You'll see how these Teslas, they pulled me directly into the bait. I was kind of cooked. It was an amazing bait. I have to show you guys this. Just take a look. I'll be quiet. I generally love these bases as long as I don't kill my RC. So yeah, with my RC charge, I'm just aiming to take down this monolith and multi-gear cannon. And yeah, I don't want to try to get too much because I'm pretty sure either this compartment or this one is baited. Kind of looks like the bait would be on the Gigabomb side just because the multi-gear cannon's there to try to like draw you towards there. So let's think about this. We got to be careful. All right, yeah, the bait is definitely on this side. Let's do this. I'm gonna invis like that. Oh man. Oh, I'm so cooked, aren't I? Oh, I'm so cooked. I just got nothing with my RC. Oh my god, I'm so cooked. Okay. Yeah, well, that was an amazing bait. There is an example of how to stop a good player. Just bait their RC so their RC gets absolutely no value. So, common signs of bait are, well, first of all, if you're in lower Legend League and it's a symmetrical base, the side that the Gigabomb is on, like 9 times out of 10, it's not going to have any traps. All the traps are going to be on the opposite side, like in this rage tower, behind this bomb tower. Because, yeah, people will play mind games with you and they'll think, okay, I'm going to be scared to go. He's going to be scared to go into the Gigabomb. He'll probably go into the other side and they'll just fill it with bombs. This is for lower Legend League, mid Legend League, and in upper Legend League. When I say upper Legend League, I mean only in like top 2000 and above. Only if you're there, then um be a little bit cautious about sending your RC into the Gigabomb because sometimes they will mind game the mind game and put bombs in the Gigabomb side, thinking that you already know that trick and you're going to just send it into the Gigabomb, and then it'll be even more of a disaster if your RC hits all the bombs plus the Gigabomb. Yeah, you just got to know about bait. Also, bomb towers. Bomb towers with a lot of space nearby like this can be a very common sign of bait because, yeah, the bomb tower itself has a bomb, so people will use that as another giant bomb. Yeah, just look out for bomb towers. Look out for lots of areas with open space. A lot of 2x2 open space, like behind this bomb tower. Even over here by this crusher mortar looks like possible for bombs. Also over here, you just got to be careful when you see open areas, at least 2x2 tiles or longer. That can be possibilities for bombs. Yeah, just keep that in mind. And now I'm going to show you some replays of some nice solid RC charges. Hey guys, alright, so now I'm going to show you an example of a good RC charge on a Poison Tower ring base like this. Yeah, so what you would be looking for is, of course, to take down one of the spell towers, one of the poison spell towers here. And just looking at both of them, this one seems like better value because the monolith is nearby. So yeah, that's why I'm going to choose to start by this one. And my goal is just going to be to take down this nice little group of buildings right around here and the monolith as well. And that will set an amazing funnel because it's going to split the base in half. And this type of split is exactly what you're looking for. You see, just like this, because Yeah, it just sets up a really nice path. Now let's see how I do the RC charge. Sorry, let me speed it up just a sec. Alright, yeah, it's really pretty simple. Nothing too crazy. So again, you want to go for high value, but you don't want to be too greedy. So yeah, you got to know when to pick up the RC, Earthquake, and RC ability, just like that. I believe I double cycle here, or maybe not, maybe a single cycle. But yeah, look at this really, really nice value, and you could pick her up here technically. This funnel could work, but it's always worth it to go after a high value defense like the Monolith. So this is why I invested another Invis spell, just to take down the Monolith, because yeah, that's very, very high value, and it's kind of tucked away behind some other defenses. Yeah, and then pick her up. This is an amazing funnel. It's set a really nice split. And yeah, heroes will just be able to deal with one side and the town hall, and hogs can wrap around the other side. Alright, next base we're looking at right here, just going to show you the example of an RC charge, is a base like this with a rage tower core and a poison tower over by the town hall. Again, I really don't like to send the RC into the town hall, especially not if there's a Giga Bomb. So I'm not going to send RC over here. You're going to aim to take this spell tower down, the rage tower one, and the monolith too, because yeah, monolith is really nice high value. There's a lot of different ways you could go at this, but the first one that comes into my mind is send RC somewhere around over here, have her walk towards the monolith, and then just use an invis spell to redirect. Or if she like follows the CC troops, you wouldn't even need to redirect. Yeah, just basically get your RC in towards this rage tower, and then once she's there, pop the haste vial and take down as much of it as you can without killing the RC. Let's see how it plays out. Alright, so yeah, starting my RC over here. Right now I'm just trying to guide her towards the monolith, and yeah, it looks like she's gonna head over there right now. Amazing. And right here I got lucky. Yeah, these CC troops came out, so my RC will target the CC troops and make her way over to the rage tower. Just like that. No redirect even needed. Now you can earthquake this big group of buildings, invis over the CC troops, and then just let the RC go crazy. A little bit unfortunate this ice golem froze here, otherwise yeah, we would have took down the entire core, but this is still good enough. We're going to get the entire core besides one scatter shot and then pick up the RC before it's too late. This is another example of an amazing RC charge, because we've took down the monolith, a key building, and an entire spell tower compartment. That's what you're going to be looking for, especially when you see rage towers. Just think immediately, got to take down one of these rage towers and the monolith. Alrighty, now a double rage tower base. Whenever you see rage towers, basically your goal is to just take down one of the rage towers. Makes it really, really easy. If you could take down one of them, then you can send your heroes into the other and hog the rest of the base. That's my plan on almost every single rage tower base. Here, there's a lot of different options to get into the rage tower. I just wasn't sure where the bait was, or I probably would have sent her a little bit closer over here. But yeah, I decided to send RC over here, and I saw an opportunity where I could use a quick redirect over these three buildings, and then RC will go towards the builder hut in the middle, and then yeah, make her way towards the rage tower. So yeah, let's see how it works out. Really nice redirect right here, pushed her towards the middle, and then yeah, she's gonna go for the multi gear cannon, and then yeah, make her way towards the rage tower. Pop the ability, use the earthquake. She is a little bit low, so you just gotta be careful. Double cycle whenever you need to. And yeah, take out as much of this rage tower as you can without killing the RC. Pick her up before she dies. And yeah, this is an amazing RC charge because it's split the base in half like this. So heroes can take out one side, and then you can hog the rest of the base. It's really, really simple once you get the hang of it. Yeah, just go after the spell towers. Okay, next example I'm going to show you is on a double invis base. I know these aren't very popular in Upper Legend League. This is mostly for people in Lower Legend League or Titan League, yeah, who find double invis bases very often. So yeah, on these type of bases, again, same goal, take down one of the spell towers. Either one doesn't really matter. I just like this side. I think it's better if I'm right-handed. So yeah, I always just start RC around here. And what she's going to do is, this is going to trigger. And if you're worried that RC might not come back, you can ice block her, but it's honestly not necessary, especially if there's another defense nearby like this. Because yeah, as soon as this invis triggers, RC's gonna head to the nearest defense, which is this air defense. And then yeah, I'll just place an invis spell like over these two buildings, like that, and it'll keep RC safe while she's targeting the air defense. And then yeah, by the time she takes it down, she'll come right back to this invis tower. It's really easy. I will show you how I do it. You don't have to be oops. Um yeah, let me just put this in half speed. You can see it's um Invis has been triggered. We did lose the Fox here, but that's totally fine because it's such a small area. The RC can easily take this out without the Fox. Yeah, so you just Earthquake, pop RC ability, use another spell to keep her alive. Oh, it's on half speed, my fault. And yeah, just RC charge that whole area. I believe I let her keep going here just because I wanted to get the clan castle pulled. But yeah, don't do that, honestly. That was a little bit risky by me. It worked out, but yeah, don't do that. Just pick her up once you've gotten the whole spell tower, gotten your value. Alright, next up is a Rage Invis core base with the two spell towers stacked in the core with a bunch of other heavy defenses. These are the only type of bases, pretty much. There's a few exceptions, but these are basically the only type of bases where you do not want to get your RC into the spell towers because it just causes a bunch of chaos, and she's not going to be able to fully take down this area with the Invis tower there as well. So yeah, you want to avoid that and go for the next highest value area, which 9 times out of 10 is the monolith in these type of bases. Over here you can see hook tower, multi-gear tower, multi-gear cannon, whatever this is called, and the monolith all stacked right next to each other. This is insane value right here. So what you would be looking for with your RC is to path her into this section and just take down these 3 buildings. You don't need a big, like lots of percentage RC charge in these type of bases. You just need to take down a couple key defenses that are not inside the core. So yeah, what you would want to do is start your RC on one of the sides, and don't get baited. Also be very careful of the traps, and then redirect her towards this middle as soon as you get an opportunity to. And yeah, I'll show you guys how I did that here. Yeah, I started the RC right around here, and then I saw as soon as she takes down this expo, I can redirect over these 3 buildings right here, just like that. And boom, she is in there towards the core. I placed another invis spell over this multi-gear cannon just to push her a little bit closer in there to, yeah, just give her better chances of heading towards the hook tower next. And yeah, as you can see, beautiful RC charge there. Picked her up right after we got that. That is plenty value because you set up the funnel. You can see this split in the base that it's made just like that. That's all you're looking for in these type of bases. Okie dokie, and now on to phase 2, the King, Queen, and Log Launcher, Hero Charge, Sui, whatever you want to call it. There's a million different names, but the King, Queen, and Log Launcher portion, let's get into it. Alright, fellas, so the first thing I want to explain to you guys is how to know where your 2 starting points are. There's always going to be 2 starting points you can choose from to start your Queen, King, and all of them. And those 2 starting points are wherever your RC has funneled. So I'm going to draw lines here. You're going to cut the base like this. And then your 2 starting points would be right directly on the left of where RC funneled by this Dark Elixir drill, or right directly on the right, where I've placed my queen, you can see. And what you want to do is start your queen on the side that has more defenses, the heavier side, and then leave the lighter side for the hogs. So as you can see here, there's a multi-inferno, and this is clearly the heavier side. There's a whole bunch of buildings along this side, and this side is very, very thin. So you'd want to start your heroes over here on the heavier side, and I'm going to play the replay for you guys, let you guys see. I do use a wall breaker here just to give my queen access to this inferno here, and I have to use my queen's ability a little bit early, unfortunately, but it's fine, not a big deal at all, because yeah, my main focus is just to get my king ability somewhere deep into this core, like somewhere where I can take down the spell tower, inferno, all of that good juicy stuff. And also, I kind of forgot to point this out, but you need to clear out all of these side buildings. Yeah, all of them, because these buildings are what can pull your king or queen outside of the base, and if they're all gone, then the king and queen will 100% go inside of the base. That's just how it works. Now you can see this funnel has been set, all those outside buildings have been cleared. So I can place the king in, and he's heading just right inside the base, exactly how I want. That is how you can guarantee your king and queen both will go inside the base and they won't walk on you. Just clear all of those outside buildings, and that's all you want to do with your heroes. Then you can just spam the hogs from the opposite end, as you can see right here. I'm going to speed it up because, yeah, at this point the base is completely crushed. Heroes got an amazing amount of value. They must have took down like half of the base. And then, yes, the hogs can walk around the perimeter of the base over here and just destroy the rest of it pretty easily because of that amazing path that I've set up. Yeah, I'm about to show you another replay now against the Rage Tower base. So after you've done the RC charge, you can see I've done the RC charge, cleared out this Rage Tower right over here. Now, how to choose which side to start from. You see, I could either start by the Elixir storage or by the Dark Elixir storage. These are the two sides. The reason why, as you can see, I chose this side with the Dark Elixir, or with the regular Elixir storage, sorry, is because the clan castle is on this side. And if your RC doesn't deal with the clan castle, then your heroes should, because it can cause issues to your hogs. So yeah, this is the only reason why I decided to go for this side and not this one, because I saw the clan castles on this side and the heroes can deal with that really easily. And now let's see how I did it. So you see I'm starting the queen here, golem and ice golem in front to tank, apprentice warden just giving them an extra amount of HP, log launcher in there as well, and immediately I'm funneling out this edge. And what I mean by funneling out this edge is clearing out all of these buildings along the outside. Because as soon as these buildings are all cleared out, then I can place my king in and he will go inside 100%. If there's no buildings on the outside, he won't go outside. He's going to go inside the base every single time because, yeah, there's nothing to target outside if the buildings are gone. So you can see how I'm delaying my king because I need to be 100% sure that he's going to walk inside before I place him down, still haven't placed the king, and now I place him because I see a good enough funnel has been set. All of these buildings on the outside will go down very shortly. And yeah, look at this. An amazing funnel right here. Cleared out all of those buildings, and now the king is heading straight into the core of this base. And yeah, you of course always want to try to get your king hooked, so try to get him up there in the front. And yeah, as you can see here, the king actually did get hooked, I believe. Yep, that's just beautiful. His ability will shred the core. It is never a bad idea to hook your king. Like, I've hooked him many, many times, and not a single time has it been bad value. So always get your king hooked if you can. It always works out great. And then, yeah, you can see I can just send the hogs from the opposite end of the base, and the base is crushed. I'll speed it up because of the amazing value, the amazing job that I did first with the RC charge, and then with the heroes. It was just amazing. As you can see here, I'm swagging, like that was 4 spells and the warden ability. It's really, really easy once you get the hang of it. Okay, guys, so the next example I'm going to be showing you here is against one of these Invis Rage core bases. They are so popular in this current meta, and they are very, very, very easy with this army. I can't wait to show you guys how I do it. So I've already done the RC charge. I took out the Monolith multi-gear cannon and Crusher mortar here, and then I picked her up. Now what I'm trying to do with my king and queen is get them into this core, specifically the king, because the king's ability will go crazy in here, and then queen will just help to clear up all these extra buildings that are left. So yeah, my plan is to start the queen up here, and I'm going to deal with the ice golem first, I believe. I'm going to play it. I'll speed it up a little bit because, yeah, I'm just dealing with this ice golem. All right. Now, I'm going to send the king in soon, I believe, as soon as I've funneled out this side. You see, I've got to funnel out all these buildings along this side. I've already started with some minions, but yeah, all these buildings got to go down to ensure that my king, sorry about that, to ensure that my king will go inside the core. So I'm starting the log launcher early because, yeah, I already see a path where I can send my king in if I just clear out these outside buildings real quick, as you can see I'm doing here with the Yetis and the Valkyries. And yeah, poisoning the furnace. And then as soon as I'm sure that the king's going inside, then I'm just going to send him in. Looks like he will go in now after this Dark Elixir trail goes down, just like that. Now I send the king in because, I'm going to pause it, there's no buildings along the outside, so he's 100% going to go inside. This is what you got to do. It's not that hard. Just funnel out the outside to force king inside. Yeah, I believe I used queen ability, and all I'm trying to do is hold my king ability until I can get some really juicy value in this core. You're going to see how crazy the king's ability can be in a stacked core like this. I'm already sending the hogs in because I already know it's going to be a 3-star at this point. And yeah, King's ability is just the icing on top. Cleared out the entire core, and the Hogs can just wreck the base. I'm just going to speed it up from here because, yeah, it was completely overkill. These bases are very, very, very easy if you just do it properly. So, yeah, oh my goodness, I swagged like 5 spells on this guy. Yeah, that is how to do these Invis Rage core bases. Alright guys, so I am going to show you another replay on one of these Invis Rage core bases just because they are super duper popular right now and I want to make sure you guys know how to do them. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So I actually did this RC charge in one of the earlier attacks I shared in this video. So yeah, go back a little bit if you want to see how I did that. But yeah, after you've done the RC charge, it looks like I pulled the CC off to the corner. You can do that if you like. And so now where to start your heroes. You want to go on the side that has more defenses or more buildings, and that would be this right side. It just has a little bit more with these extra buildings over here than the left side does. So yeah, I'm going to start Golem, Ice Golem, Apprentice Warden, and Queen right here. And looks like I started the log launcher early as well. And now, yeah, it's very important to clear these buildings along the edge right here. Because if you clear these buildings, then the king will go inside 100%. There's 0% chance he's going to go outside because there's nothing outside to target. So yeah, just use any troops that you must to clear these buildings and then send your king in because it is very important. I can't stress it enough. It's very important to get your king ability into this juicy core in these type of bases. If you get a good RC charge and your king ability into that core, it's going to 3-star every single time. That's just the method on how to do these bases with this army. You can see now that I've cleared those buildings along the edge, I've placed the king in, and he has no reason to go outside. He will just head inside. That's exactly what I'm looking for here. And yeah, now I'm just holding the king's ability until I can get good value in the core. I believe I use queen ability soon just to power through, and a rage spell probably. Yeah, I could have used a rage spell here. I don't think I did. But yeah, king ability just like that. Gets crazy value. Takes down almost the entire core. And then yeah, you can just send the hogs on the other end. And they'll just wrap around the entire rest of the space. I'll speed it up because it's just the hogs running through the other half of the space. And yeah, my point of this segment was to show you the hero charge. Hero charge was amazing here. Got the king ability into the core. See, we swag in 3 spells. These bases are very, very easy once you understand how to do them. Okay, now let's take a look at this base with the hero charge. So you can see my RC charge has taken down a spell tower and a nice solid chunk out of this base. Now there's 2 starting points, over here or over here. And honestly, yeah, you could argue this side has more defenses, so you should start your heroes there. But there's a few other factors you got to think about is which side will be easier for the hogs to deal with and which side will be easier for the heroes to deal with. Over here on this side, um, I see 2 bomb towers, a multi-inferno, and then up here the scatter shot and poison tower. That's a lot of stuff for your hogs to deal with. I honestly just didn't like this side. I preferred sending the hogs into this side because there's not much splash damage over here. The only splash damage, like, yeah, literally the only splash damage is like some wizard towers, and those aren't really going to do much at all. So yeah, for me, I believe I did start my heroes over here by the gold storage. I just saw a much better option for the heroes to take down these bomb towers, monolith, multi-inferno, and trigger the poison tower, and then yeah, hogs will just crush the rest of the base. That is my plan at least. Let's see how it played out here. We've got the golem, ice golem, and the queen with the apprentice warden. Just an insane combo right there. Looks like this guy had an RC bait in this compartment. Ended up baiting my frosty. Anyways, yeah, we are now funneling out these buildings along the outer edge. See how I do this in every single battle? You want to funnel out all these outside buildings just to guarantee your king isn't going to go outside. And yeah, this guy also had a bunch of Teslas here, which is super annoying. My king didn't go perfectly inside, but he went inside this layer of walls. So he didn't walk around the entire base. I believe, yeah, I had to click his ability a little bit early here because the monolith locked onto him. But honestly, that's fine because Log Launcher has still opened the walls to the Town Hall. And at this point, I'm going to use Queen ability to make sure that her or the Giant takes down the Town Hall. And then, yeah, Hogs can just wreck the entire rest of the base because, yeah, this Poison Tower will be triggered. And there's nothing much that can stop the Hogs. I'll just use a few spells for this back end area and the base will be crushed. I'll speed it up for you guys. You can see here, Giant takes down the Town Hall, and then Hogs just wreck through the rest of the base. because the heroes did such a nice job. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to show an example of how to do the hero charge in a double invis base. And yeah, I know these aren't very popular. Just skip past this part if you're a high level player and don't see these type of bases. But yeah, anyways, our C charge has taken down one of the invis towers. Now, where to start your king and queen? Honestly, you could probably start them on either side and it would still work here, but I personally prefer to go into the monolith side because usually it's stacked with a lot of valuable defenses. Here we've got a ricochet cannon, multi-archer tower, both the bomb towers, giga bomb, and this flame spinner, and all 4 heroes. So yeah, this is definitely more value than just the town hall and this multi-gear cannon. The hogs will be able to wreck through this other side very easily. So yeah, you want to send the heroes into the side that will be more difficult for the hogs. And I will show you guys how I do it here. On these type of bases, by the way, I don't use the log launcher with the heroes. I use the log launcher to activate the second invis tower later, which I will show you. Anyways, yeah, I've used a wall breaker right here because, again, we're not using the log launcher. Then golem, ice golem, and king in there. I think I use all the headhunters here because, yeah, all the heroes are here, so we may as well use all the headhunters. Funneling out this side so the king doesn't walk. Looks like Monolith did lock onto the king, so I had to use his ability early, but that's totally fine. And yeah, notice how I've used the log launcher over here. I'm just suiciding it, not looking for any value at all. All I'm doing is trying to trigger this invis tower so then I can send the hogs straight into it, and then there's nothing left that can hurt the hogs. You'll see how I do this. Heroes just doing their thing, taking out a chunk of the base over here, and then hog spam into this invis tower after it's been triggered. I'll speed it up because the base is absolutely crushed. This is how you do the double invis bases. They're very, very easy. Honestly, the easiest type of base for this army is double invis. Swaggin' 4 spells here as a Town Hall 16, so yeah, love to see it. Okay, guys, I wanted to show you this example too real quick because I used the troop launcher on this base and I want to explain my reasoning behind it. So yeah, this is what the base looks like after my RC charge, pretty solid charge. Our 2 starting points would have been right here where I chose or off over here. And the reason why I chose this side is, one, because it has more defenses, and also because the other side has such a nice path for the hogs. Hogs will be able to wreck through this entire section of the base. And yeah, there won't be really much at all that can stop them up until the poison tower. So yeah. Anyways, we start the queen over here. I'm going to show you how it plays out. And the reason why I use the troop launcher here as well is because we're starting so close to the town hall that it wouldn't really make sense to use the log launcher. Like the super wall breaker, king ability, and these wall breakers in the troop launcher will definitely be enough to open the walls to the town hall for the queen to take down. And yeah, you can see I'm starting my troops around here, just trying to get my queen in towards there. I believe I put my king here because I was trying to get him hooked, but it didn't really work. It ended up working out all right because there's plenty of troops of buildings down here that needed to be taken down, which yeah, the king ability did a really nice job of doing that. A Yeti actually got hooked, and that's fine. Yeti also takes down the hook tower. But yeah, as you can see here, I'll use king ability any moment now, and that has opened the wall for the queen to now have access to take down the town hall. And yeah, at this point I already know it's going to be a 3-star, so you can see I've sent the hogs in from the opposite end, because yes, the queen will take down the town hall and pull this poison tower, and the hogs will easily be able to wreck through the rest of this base. Basically, the only reason why I used the troop launcher here is because I started my heroes so close to the town hall that it wouldn't have made sense to use the log launcher. And yeah, I'm going to speed it up because it's just the hogs wrecking through this base. And yeah, swagging the warden ability in this raid, which is honestly becoming a typical thing for me. It's kind of insane. Yeah. Okay, guys, one last example I want to show you of where I used the troop launcher is in this base. And yes, I know the walls are underleveled, but the base isn't. The base is basically maxed. You can see 741k loot available there. But yeah, I'm going to show you why I chose to use the troop launcher over the log launcher here. I'm going to show you the RC charge in fast forward because RC charge is not the purpose of this exact segment. Yeah, so what happened here was the RC actually ended up going towards the town hall, which wasn't part of my plan, but I'll take it. And so yeah, I'm gonna take down the town hall, and if the town hall goes down, there's really no point of using the log launcher, because the log launcher is what opens access to the middle of the base. But you can see here, the middle of the base right here, it's already being taken down. So there's no point of using the log launcher here. Here, you should use the troop launcher, because it's just going to give your heroes more power to walk in one straight line through here. So yeah, you can see our two starting point options would be over here by the hero hall or by this elixir storage bomb tower area. And I'm going to choose the elixir storage bomb tower area because there's just more defenses around here. There's more than there is over here. So yeah, you can see I've got the log launcher selected right now. It wasn't part of my initial plan. I kind of just adjusted on the spot and decided to use it. I believe I'm just waiting for the furnace to go down. Yeah, then I start golem, queen, ice golem, and apprentice warden soon, I'm assuming. I start the funnel right now. I think, yeah, I used a wall breaker here because I wasn't using the log launcher. That's going to help a lot. And yeah, you're going to see I place the troop launcher down in just a moment. Yeah, right here. Because this is just going to provide a little bit of extra tanking, extra power for my heroes, for them just to be able to power through this section of the base. Yeah, I'm funneling a little more with another Yeti. And yeah, my heroes are just about to wreak havoc because of all these little troops in the troop launcher. Really helps them out. I am starting some cleanup around the sides as well. Yeah, honestly, pretty solid hero charge over there. And now I'm thinking about the Hogs, just sending them from down over here because, yeah, they can easily wrap around this section of the base. It's one clear path, really nice path heroes and RC created. And yeah, at this point I can just speed it up because it's just the Hogs running through the base. Nothing special here. And yeah, that is another example of why you would use the troop launcher over the log launcher if your RC takes down the town hall. Okay, guys, I'm glad you have made it this far into the video. Now we are finally onto the third and final phase of this attack, which is the Hogs. This will be the easiest and simplest phase of the attack if you do the other two phases correctly. This part is not very hard at all. I'm just going to throw on this random replay in the background so you guys have something to look at while I quickly discuss how and when to use the ice block, because this is pretty important, knowing when to use the ice block. It's basically your replacement of the Eternal Tome, since I don't use the Eternal Tome here. So yeah, pretty important. One very important thing is you always want to use the ice block combined with healing, either a heal spell or the healing tome from the Warden's ability. You have to use ice block with one of those because the point of it is to pause all of your troops and heal them back up to full health. Just ice blocking without a heal wouldn't make much sense because, yeah, you're just delaying your troops and that could just cause a time fail. So yeah, make sure to heal. And now, where to actually use the ice block? There's many different ways. You can be very creative with the ice block in general. Some common ways that I see it used is just when the Hogs are crossing over a bunch of giant bombs. If you want to keep your Hogs alive and healthy, you can place the ice block to make sure, and the heal spell to make sure that your Hogs barely take any damage. You could do the same thing like if the Hogs are just taking a bunch of damage in general. Say there's like a multi-inferno, town hall, and like a poison tower, just a bunch of splash damage dealing damage to your Hogs. You can use the ice block to protect all of your Hogs like that. And now probably the most common way that I see it used is directly over the Gigabomb, like I'm about to show you in this replay. Yeah, right as the Gigabomb's about to go off, place your ice block, and as you can see here, the Gigabomb does almost no damage. Sorry, didn't mean to have that fast forwarded. But yeah, then you can see I place a heal spell, and my Hogs are still at full health, even though they went straight over the Gigabomb. Yeah, so there's really many ways that you can use it. There's not one specific way. So yeah, be creative with this part. Also, there is another more advanced technique to using the ice block, which I could show you how you would potentially do it. I'm going to pause this replay right here. Say I ice block over this group of Hogs right here. Now it's going to freeze all of them. So this will cause all of these defenses nearby to lock onto the Hogs and not my RC. So yeah, my RC could potentially just deal damage to all of these defenses without actually taking any damage because yeah, all the defenses would be tanked by these Hogs, but that is a little bit more advanced. I recommend honestly just using it over the Gigabomb or some giant bombs at first until you master that, and then try to do some more fancy things because it can backfire if you if you try to do some fancy things. Anyways, yeah, now let's show you some replays using the actual Hog Riders. Now that you know how to use the ice block, let's get straight into it. I'm going to quickly speed through the heroes portion, and then I'm going to show you in detail the Hogs. So what I'm doing here with the heroes is just, sending them in to take down a little bit of like the scattershot inferno, some stuff around this edge, and take down the town hall. The town hall is the very important thing, because taking down the town hall is what creates the path for the hogs. So you're gonna see, I'm gonna speed through this, put it on 4 times, or I'll put it on 2 times. Yeah, heroes are doing their thing, and as soon as I see that somebody's gonna take down the town hall, then I can send in the hogs. You see right over here, I'm going to pause it. I seen the giant is heading over there to the town hall and like some yeti mites and stuff. So I know the town hall is going to go down. And now look at the path. You see this path? I'm probably going to draw it on the screen, but you see this path where the hogs can just wrap around the base and only go in one direction. They're going to move in one pack together. This is exactly what you're looking for. And usually you can see the path as soon as the town hall goes down. So yeah, basically as soon as you know the town hall is going to go down, you can send the hogs in. And yeah, if they have a nice path, they're just going to crush the rest of the base. So yeah, let's see how they crush it here. You'll see Giant taking down the town hall there. And now yeah, just use your heal spell right over here whenever needed when you're crossing over bomb tower. I used an ice block over the bomb tower too. It's really nice to ice block over a bomb tower or the Giga Bomb or a bunch of giant bombs. And then, yeah, just use your Warden ability when needed to heal up your RC or your Hogs. It's really, really pretty easy, the Hog portion. You just spam them and use a heal spell and a Warden ability whenever you need it. It's very, very easy. This part of the attack, anybody can do. It is not complicated at all. You can see I actually swagged the Warden ability here because it was such a nice path. This is exactly what you're looking for. I'm going to show you guys a couple more replays now. Hopefully you guys get the hang of it. Okay, so next replay I'm going to show you is here. This is after I've done the RC charge and already sent the heroes. How do I know where and when to send the hogs? So again, all I'm looking for is for the heroes to take down the town hall, and as soon as this town hall has been taken down, there will be a really nice path. I'll probably draw it on the screen again. But yeah, let me just show you what I mean once this town hall goes down, or right as it's about to go down. Right now the heroes are just dealing with these ice golems, so I just gotta wait a couple seconds. Just be patient. And now right here, you can see I've sent the hogs in on the side, because the reason why I sent them in there is because I knew the heroes are gonna take down the town hall. I've got the king and queen ability, which I'll probably pop in a second, and then yes, they will take down the town hall, and this path has been created. Look at this path. It is just beautiful. The hogs will always be able to wreck a base if they just walk around the perimeter, the outside of the base. It's when you fail is if the hogs have to go towards the middle, or if they split paths or something, if it's just not a good path. But if they're just walking around the perimeter of the base, it's going to be a 3-star every time, because they can do that so well. That's exactly what the hogs are for, walking around the perimeter of the base. So yeah, popped king and queen ability because I needed that town hall to go down for the path to be set. And now the path is set. I know it's going to be a 3-star at this point, just because of how good the path is. And by the way, I'm not sure if I did this perfectly, but yeah, you want to use the ice block right over the Giga Bomb if you can, because it will negate the damage from the Giga Bomb. And then yeah, Giga Bomb barely does any damage. So yeah, always if you see a Giga Bomb or Giga Bomb and Bomb Tower next to each other, that's even better. You can negate the damage from both of them. Yeah, and then you'll heal plus ice block. Just heals the hogs back up to full health. It's honestly OP. And yeah, the hogs just crush through the rest of this base because of such a nice path. Swagging the warden's ability again. It's really, really simple, guys. I promise. Just takes a little bit of practice. Alright, so I'm going to show you this replay too, because yeah, I just need to show you guys a lot of replays. Really need to drill this into your head, how to do this army correctly. So yeah, with the hogs on this type of base, again, you want your heroes to take down the town hall. And as soon as they take down the town hall, there's an amazing path set. It's that simple. So I'm going to speed up the hero portion here. Yeah, they're just, all I'm looking for with my heroes is for them to take down the town hall, and then I know I can send my hogs. Right here, I seen queen went towards the town hall, and as soon as I seen that, sent all the hogs in. And look at the path. I already know it's going to be a 3-star. just because of how good the path is and that the fact that the heroes took down the town hall. There's no chance that they will split. And yeah, now you can see the Hogs just wreck the entire base. Hook tower is not an issue at all for the Hogs. It's no big deal if it takes one of them. So yeah, you don't need to worry about that. Yeah, this attack I believe went really, really well. I was kind of surprised at how crushed this base was. But yeah, it was just perfect execution, I guess. You see how easily the Hogs can just wrap around the perimeter of the base? They have no issues at all, and they're very fast too. It's just amazing. Honestly amazing. Yeah, I believe in this replay I swagged the Warden ability and like 7 housing space worth of spells. Yeah, I made the Olympic rings on this guy's base. Yeah, hopefully this replay helps. All the replays I've been showing, that is how you want to send the Hogs. Okay, guys, and I've got to show you how to send the Hogs in these Rage and Invis core bases. These are so fun to attack if you do it properly. Yeah, again, you would be cutting out a nice chunk of the base with your RC, and then you want to send your King and Queen with the log launcher to take down this middle core section. And then if you are getting the hang of this by now, you should know that once this middle core section has been taken down, the Hogs, they have free access to just roam through the perimeter of the base, and they will destroy it. Because look at this path. They will just walk through the entire perimeter and destroy the base. I'm going to show you how I do it here. As soon as I know that this middle section, this town hall, is going down, then I can send the Hogs. Simple as that. I'm going to speed up the hero part here a little bit, because yeah, that's not the point of this segment. Alright, here I see the King and Queen are going into the middle, which is beautiful, and yep, I have sent the Hogs, because I know that they're going to take down the middle, and at this point I already know it's going to be a 3-star just because of how nice the path for the Hogs is. Just look at them, how they can crush through the space. I've used a heal spell because Hogs are low. I did an ice block over the Giga Bomb there. I think I was trying to swag the ice block. But yeah, I mean, ice block over the Giga Bomb if you can. It's always nice value. Here, just absolutely crush this. Swagging 2 spells and the Warden ability. These bases are very, very, very easy if you just do it properly. Hope this helps. Alrighty, now I'm going to show you guys how to do the Hog portion of the attack on these double invis style bases. It's honestly super duper fun. If you were watching earlier in the video, you would see I told you to suicide the log launcher just to trigger this second invis tower. Because yeah, RC has taken down one corner of the base, heroes have taken down another corner, and now there's just these 2 sides left for the Hogs. And if this invis tower isn't in the picture, aka it's being triggered by the log launcher, then there's nothing in the entire base that can stop the Hogs. You could send them from this side by the town hall, you could send them straight into the invis tower, and they would still crush the base. Yeah, let me show you guys how I do it though. So we're just letting the heroes work over there, and then yeah, as soon as this has become visible again after it's been triggered, send the Hogs straight into the invis tower. That is what I like to do at least. And it absolutely wrecks these type of bases. I believe I used an early Warden ability just because, yeah, this was the most threatening area of the base with the Multi-Inferno and the Scatter Shot. Fire Spitters do almost nothing against this army. They are not important at all. And then, yeah, the Hogs will just crush the rest of the base because, yeah, there's nothing here that can stop the Hogs. It's just like single target defenses and some wizard towers on the end. There's nothing here that's going to stop it. See this single Inferno locked on, just use an Invis spell. And yeah, I've got plenty of spells. Still got 4 spells in the inventory. So yeah, this was a very, very easy base for me. Just sharing it in case anyone is curious how to attack the double Invis tower bases. Okay, guys, so I wanted to actually show you guys this replay because there is a second way to send in the Hogs, like not from the opposite end, more from the same side as the heroes to sort of push the heroes more in towards the core. And this was a really nice replay, so I'm going to show you guys quickly what I mean. I'm going to speed up the hero portion because, yeah, this isn't the focus of that. I'm just sending the heroes in to... My goal is to get them into the Monolith and Infernos over here, take down this section. And then as soon as I see that they're going to do that, I'm going to tell you why I chose to send the Hogs in where. Okay, right over here. So normally, as I've been showing you in the past couple of replays, I send the Hogs in from the opposite end of the heroes, like somewhere over here. But you can also send them in from the same side over here, and what this will do is it will push the heroes more towards the center, or towards the opposite end that you sent the hogs from. So by sending the hogs in from over here, I hope that this makes sense. It will force my king and queen towards the town hall. And in turn, by doing that, it creates a nice path in this specific base because my hogs can just wrap around the entire perimeter of the base once that town hall is gone. So I'm going to show you guys. Hopefully this makes sense. It's a little bit advanced, but yeah, this is an in-depth guide, so I'm going to be explaining the advanced stuff too. And yeah, you can see as I sent the hogs in there, now these buildings over here where the hogs were have been cleared out, which means that the heroes won't come over here. The heroes will go towards the town hall, which is exactly what I want, because while the hogs are dealing with the outer perimeter, the heroes are dealing with the middle. I don't recommend using this unless for some reason you don't think your heroes are going to go to the town hall. Um, yeah, most of the time though, I recommend using the hogs on the opposite end of the heroes. It's just really simpler, and it makes the hog part really easy. But you can see this worked out really nicely because the heroes dealt with the middle and the hogs dealt with the outside. Kind of all worked together to form one really nice attack, and we had swagged spells. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that there is other ways to send in the hogs. Alright guys, now, so there is actually a third way to send the hogs in an attack, and I thought I would show you just an example on this base. You only use this way if it's, if you have to save the attack, like if the king and the queen both walk around the side, and basically nobody's going into the middle. If nobody's going into the middle, then there's a third way of sending the hogs, where you can just send the hogs straight into the middle and have the heroes clear the outside. But again, only do this if it's an emergency and nothing else is going to the middle. So yeah, let's just say, for example, we RC charged out like this section, really nice, and then yeah, let's say we sent the heroes like this, queen and king, and log launcher 2, just like that. But let's say for some reason that they all walked outside, and they didn't go in towards the core like I wanted them to. Like they all wrapped around the edge, went over here. If that happens, then you can send the hogs from. I'm gonna make the hogs orange for you guys. Let me explain how to do this. So yeah, if this happens, then you can send the hogs from like somewhere around over here, like where you started the king and queen almost, because yeah, there's not going to be any buildings that are over here, so they're not going to veer off to the side. Also, all these buildings would have been cleared. So yeah, you can send the hogs straight into the middle like this. Like yeah, just basically rush them into the middle and hope that they have enough power to overwhelm the rest of the defenses. Because yeah, honestly, on these type of bases, the middle section is the scariest part for the hogs. If that's gone, they'll easily get through all of this stuff on the edges. That's not a worry for them. You just got to take down this center right here. Somebody has to take down the center, and if nobody does, then you've got to send the hogs in there. That is the third way to send them in. Okay, guys, now I thought I would quickly discuss a topic that I probably will receive a lot of questions about if I didn't discuss it, and it's honestly very important. What to do if your RC dies, how to recover after that. So basically, if your RC dies, that's the worst possible thing that can happen with this army. At that point, it's going to be extremely difficult to save. You have to do everything perfectly, basically, because, yeah, you've lost your biggest weapon. But anyways, here I have a nice replay. This is on one of my Town Hall 16 accounts. Yeah, so this is a really nicely developed Town Hall 17 with a good base. And yeah, Town Hall 16, I had my RC die, and I still overkilled the base, honestly. I don't want to say overkill, but I had swag spells. You guys will see right now. So, um, and as to why I killed my RC, I honestly, I tried to tap the screen, and the invis spell wouldn't tap. I mean, wouldn't place, which is pretty frustrating. Like, I know I tapped the screen. But anyways, yeah, you're about to see right here. I tried to place an invis spell, and it just didn't place down, which I'm sure that happens to everybody sometimes. So yeah, you've got to have instant reaction timing. Whatever you do, don't panic. Panicking is the worst thing you could possibly do. You see, instantly, I place my queen down because I can't waste any time. I know time is of the essence. I have to take advantage of every second. So yeah, I already start my next phase of the attack. Just don't panic. Starting this super quickly now. Log launcher already starting to funnel over here. Baby dragon to funnel out over here. Yeah, you noticed how quickly I reacted there. You can't waste any time, otherwise it could be a time fail. This was down to like the last 5 seconds, so if I waited any longer, this could have been a time fail. Yeah, I'm already starting a little bit of cleanup around the edges, you can see. Be very cautious of your time. I'll use queen and king ability. Try to hang on to them for as long as possible, but if you have to use them and get good value. Here I was trying to just get a poison tower down with the king ability. Trying to think where the spiky ball would go, and then yeah, from right here I was pretty confident it's gonna hit a poison tower. So yep, just like that, got one of the poison towers down. And yeah, now that helps a lot if my heroes can oh, also I gotta pause this real quick. If you can save the recall spell, that is huge, because it's honestly huge. This can honestly, if you kill your RC but you've still got the recall spell, you can quite fairly easily still save it. So you want to recall your queen before she dies, like right before she dies. You can see right there she got the Inferno and I picked her up. And King should take care of this multi-Inferno. So that was a really, really smart move by me, picking up the queen. Because then what you're going to do is place your hogs, as you normally would, right over here. And then I'm going to place my queen off to the side like this, because what she's going to do is the queen is the cleanup. So the queen she'll clean up all of these extra trash buildings, because she's going to be behind not taking any damage because the hogs are in front tanking. You'll see how to do this. This is what you got to do. If you fail it, you have to recall the queen, bring her off to the side, keep her alive, and yeah, she's going to take down literally 30 buildings, 40 buildings maybe, just because of how smart that was to recall her. I'm gonna rage the hogs, because the hogs do need to take care of the town hall. I've sent headhunters in. You've just got to be really on point with your reaction timing, basically. Queen is still putting in work. And yeah, if you're really good with your reaction timing, you can absolutely save an attack. It's very difficult though, keep in mind. Look how good these headhunters were, taking down the king. And yeah, still right here, it's close still. So I'm using the spells that I need to take care of these defenses that my queen can't reach. This fire spitter was kind of worrying me, but I got lucky and some of the hogs went over there. And now, yeah, I realized as soon as this expo goes down, the queen can reach everything else, and I've got 2 invis spells left. So yeah, at this point, I knew it was going to be a 3-star. I knew I had saved it. I'll just speed it up from here. Yeah, I think I swagged both of these spells. Yeah, but this was a very good example of how to save an attack that's going wrong. You never want to use any troops unless they need to be used. So save that. Same with the spells. So save that recall spell, and you can recall your queen. And as you can see, the queen was the MVP of this attack. She saved it. All right, fellas. One more example of how to save your attack if you kill your RC. So over here, again, the same thing happened. Basically, the only reason why I kill my RC is if I just don't see that the fox died. So again, in this attack, I just didn't see that the fox died, and yeah, the RC ended up getting shredded because I thought she was about to go invisible, and yeah, she didn't go invisible. You can see right over here, yeah, even double cycled. Look, I place another invis spell like that. She runs slightly outside of it and gets shredded because the fox was dead. Really unfortunate. At this point, I was panicking, and this panic is exactly what caused me to fail. I ended up failing this attack by 0.5 of a second, literally half a second time fail. That's literally all I would have needed. And you can see if I would have just started my queen right now, I would have had the extra time. But you see, instead, I'm waiting like 5 seconds to pull these ice golems out to the side. Yeah, if I would have just started the queen right now, like the number one thing is you don't panic and you don't waste any time. Over here, I wasted like literally 20 seconds. Really, really unfortunate. That ended up causing me a time fail. But yeah, how to actually save the attack. Let's get straight into it. Of course, start your cleanup troops early. You can see I've got an archer over here. Really annoying. I found a corner Tesla here, but taking it down early. Start your cleanup early. Then do as you normally would with your golem, ice golem, queen, and log launcher like that. Yeah, funnel out the section as you normally would. Funnel out the side, I mean. And then place your king in as soon as you're sure he's going to go inside, just as you normally would. Yeah. just trying to get rid of this bomb tower, and then bam, place the king in. Try to find a really nice spot to hit your king ability. Over here, I was trying to take down this other rage tower if possible, I believe. Yeah, just like that. Really nice spot for the king ability. And now you want to recall your queen. I believe I recalled her in a second. Yeah, you want to recall the queen. Just like that. And you can see I've already started the hogs over here because I was really panicking here about time. There was like 1 minute left at this point. Had to start the hogs. And yeah, you want to use your recalled queen up above the hogs to clean up. This queen, she ends up taking down like 20, 30 buildings probably, just because, yeah, queen is OP at cleanup if nothing's targeting her. And yeah, over here, I'm just trying to figure out if I have enough time or not. I'm gonna speed it up for you guys because it's nothing crazy. Yeah, just using all my spells best that I can, starting some cleanup. I didn't use the ice block, by the way, because I didn't want a time fail. And look at how close this was in the end. I thought I might have it, and no, because I wasted all that time in the beginning. Bomb tower was on, like, literally just needed one more shot from the queen or the warden. But yeah, that is how to save an attack. You want to recall the queen and bring her up to somewhere safe. Okay, and now that I've taught you guys everything that you need to know, I've got to go over one last thing, and that is how to prevent time fails. I'm going to give you guys just a couple tips and throw this replay on in the background so you have something to look at. So, I'm going to give you guys a couple tips to prevent time fails, so listen closely. First of all, you need to be paying attention to the clock when you are sending in your hogs. You don't want to be waiting past like the 1 minute 10-second mark to send in your hogs. If there's 1 minute 10 seconds on the clock, then you're risking a time fail. Even like you can get away with it, but never send them in with less than a minute left. Never, ever, ever. Even 1 minute 10 seconds is cutting it close. So make sure you've sent your hogs in well before that. Another tip now is start your cleanup as quick as possible. I promise you, you can never start your cleanup too early. Whenever you have a spare second, when you're heroes, when you're just like not, you don't have to click anything, you should never just be staring at the screen. Always try to find a spot to sprinkle in an archer or a minion around the edge, because I promise you it all adds up. It will save you a lot of time in the end. You can take down like 10 buildings along the outside just sprinkling around some archers or minions. You can see I did it right here. Just sprinkled 2 archers. They're going to get so much value. It's insane. For 1 housing space, it's really, really good to start your cleanup ASAP. Just always, whenever you have a spare second, sprinkle in archers or minions. That's probably the most important tip I can give you. Another small tip is if you want to be able to send your hogs in quicker, then you need to be clicking your king and queen ability quicker, because roughly around whenever you've clicked both your king and queen ability is when the path will be set up for your hogs. So yeah, if you want to be able to send them in quicker, just click those abilities quicker and the path should be set up quicker. That's a little hack that I like to use. And last little tip I can give is don't send all of your hogs in exactly like the same spot. You kind of want to spread them out a little bit so that they're clearing 2 to 3 defenses at the same time while still moving together in one pack. This is the key. You don't want to have them just traveling from one defense to another. You want to have them like moving across 2 to 3 defenses, but all while staying in the same pack. So yeah, these are just a couple tips that I can give for preventing time fails. I hope that this helps. Alright guys, so now quickly at the end of this video, I want to just go over a couple common questions that I receive about my army. First of all, probably the most commonly asked question I get is, why don't I use the Eternal Tome? Well, it's simply because I don't need it. I've got the Ice Block spell here, which when you combine it with a healing spell or the Healing Tome from the Warden's ability, it will do basically the same thing that the Eternal Tome does. And this way I get to use the Life Gem as well on my Warden, because I don't have the Eternal Tome here. Now I can use the Life Gem as well, which is a seriously underrated equipment. It is a passive ability, which means that the Life Gem will be active from whenever you place the Warden until whenever the Warden dies, which is huge if you can abuse that. It really does help. I promise to have all of your troops inside of the Warden's aura with a massive HP boost. It also allows me to use this Apprentice Warden with my King and Queen now instead of my Hogs, because the Warden's already giving the Hogs extra HP. Now I can give the King and Queen extra HP. And on to the next thing is why I use the Haste Vial on the RC and not the Rocket Spear or Hog Puppet. Because most other Hog armies use either the Rocket Spear or the Hog Puppet. But my army is very different, uses the Haste Vial, because honestly, I think it is so much more powerful than the Rocket Spear or the Hog Puppet, just because of the sheer amount of value that you can achieve with just these 5 invis spells. You can take down so much of the base, way more than you could ever take down with the Rocket Spear or the Hog Puppet. So yeah, that is it. I only use the Haste Vial on my RC because it just allows me to get insane value. Yes, it's a little bit riskier, but once you just master how to use it, it's not even that hard. It's really not even all that risky. It's just scary to get used to at first. Also, one more little thing is why I don't use the Unicorn on my Queen. I just prefer to use the Frosty. Unicorn can work too, but Frosty almost makes it feel like my Queen now has the Frozen Arrow equipped as well. So yeah, that's just amazing. It'll help to freeze up enemy defenses and enemy heroes, all that. It really does help to have Frosty. I don't think Unicorn does much. It barely even heals. It's like having one healer. Yeah. Okay, and last little thing I gotta go over here about my army is why I have these extra 3 siege machines over here that you've probably never seen me use. Yes, like 99% of the time I'm using either the log launcher or the troop launcher. But there are some cases, some specific bases, or somewhere where I just see certain value for either the not goblin drill, battle drill, stone slammer, or blimp. So yes, I just like to have them in my inventory just in case I need to use them, and it also wouldn't make any sense to have a log launcher or a troop launcher in here because I already have one in my clan castle. So yes, just better to be safe than sorry. I have these extra sieges just in case I need them. Well, alright guys, I think that that's going to be it for this guide because I have explained literally everything that I could possibly even think of. If I've forgotten anything, I'll probably add it into the video later. And of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, if you're confused about anything, just shoot a comment and I will respond to it as soon as I get a chance and clear things up for you so that you're not confused. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video because this video took me literally weeks to make. It was not easy at all. A lot of trial and error, a lot of recording clips, digging back, trying to find old clips and piece them all back together for you guys. So yeah, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. Yeah, that'll be it for this video though. Thank you all for watching.